Hey guys, John here with Survival Dispatch, and today we're going to talk about knives. I feel like it's like every man, boy's obsession to talk about knives, to try to find the perfect knife. I feel like we're always in search for it. There's like a mythological blade out there that's going to do every single thing in the world that we want it to. And I feel like I might have come just a little bit closer to actually finding that blade. This is the brand new Benchmade Bug Out. It's the 535. This is the gray GRY. So 535 GRY has these really cool, I'd say kind of between OD green and FDE color handles with a nice gray coated blade. And we're going to dive into some of the features that I think make this thing just one of the best knives that I've seen in quite a few years. I have been a Benchmade fan for a long time, going back to mini griptilians, griptilians. I probably have 5 or 6 different Benchmades. I always loved the griptilian line. And when Benchmade originally released the Bug Out in January, I believe, it was in like a bright blue color, and like as soon as I saw the color, I was just like, I don't even care. But then they released, just a month or two ago, they released this color option here, and I had to order it that day. And as soon as I got it in, I immediately fell in love with this knife. And if you know anything about me, I'm not easy on knives at all. I beat the mess out of them. They're tools. They can be sharpened. So, I see guys that, carry perfectly sharp, never use blades in their pocket, and it's just not me. I have taken this thing. I have batoned with it. I have cut tinder with it. I've shaved tinder with it. I've used this on ferro rods. You name it, it's a tool, and I use it as one. What makes the Bug Out amazing is, first of all, it's so lightweight. 1.85 ounces, okay? This is a mini griptilian here. I couldn't find my griptilian. And pretty much almost the same size. The handle's a little bit smaller on the mini griptilian. Blades are about the same. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see here. Blades are about the same. Nice drop point on the Bug Out. This blade weighs 3.9, I think, ounces, where this blade weighs 1.85 ounces. It's super light. Everybody that I hand this knife to, as soon as they grab it, they just do this. And they just can't believe how light it is. The way that they, the first thing that Benchmade did to lighten this blade up is they got rid of any metal liners that run down the handles. As you can see, there's a screw right here in the middle of both sides. So it has a little bit of a tang that comes back to this hole here. So there's a little bit of metal here to give it some reinforcement and some structure to it. But from this screw all the way back, it is nothing but a hard, like, composite plastic. So that is how they really cut most of the weight out of the blade, is by getting rid of any liners. So, it's just amazing how light this thing is. I love the fact that, I can carry extra weight in other places. So let's talk about a few features of the Bug Out. First of all, it's got a nice area here that you can put a really small carabiner through if you wanted to lace some paracord through, put a clip on it, anything like that, if you didn't want to carry it, via the pocket clip. It has a really nice attachment point, so I really like that. Has my favorite pocket clip, the Benchmade Deep pocket clip. Sits nice and low in the pocket. I really like that feature. It is 100% an ambidextrous knife. There's 2 ways of opening it. You can use the thumb stud here, I'll use my thumb here. You can use the thumb stud, which is on both sides, or you can depress the access lock and just kind of whip it out. So, but 100% ambidextrous. You can take the pocket clip, you can bring it to the other side for lefties. It is a tip up only carry. You can't reverse it in your pocket. I don't know why you would. Every tip should be up. But so 100% ambidextrous. So lefties out there, I know there's only like 2% of you, but this knife will work for you. Moving on to some of the features, it has Benchmade's tried and true access lock within. This thing's just, it's pretty much bomb proof. I mean, I've beat the mess out of this blade and many other Benchmades. The Griptilian has the same exact access lock on it as well. They have it in so many of their lines, it's not even funny, because they know that it works. So the access lock is in here. 3.2 4-inch drop point blade, very nice. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of wear on it, but the coating still hasn't come off. Extremely tough coating on it. So, you know, a great blade for everyday use, cutting boxes if you have to, out in the woods, you know, for light batoning, for making tinder, you know, cutting things open, taking care of game that you might have taken. You know, I've used it for quite a few different things, so worked really, really well. You know, and I just, every time I use this thing, I like it more and more. So really, I can't think of any negatives to it. The only negative I would think, if I had to have one con to it, I wish they would have ran the jimping out onto the blade just a little bit more. I know this kind of has a little bit of a throat to it, but I wish they would have ran the jimping out onto the blade just a little bit like they did on the Griptilians, just to give you just a little bit more grip when you choke up on it, when you're doing some fine woodworking. That's probably the only con that I can find in this knife. They retail online probably around $130, $135, which isn't bad. You know, it comes with Benchmade's lifetime warranty on them. If you ever want Benchmade to sharpen it, you can send it back to them. They'll sharpen it and send it back to you for free. So a lot of cool features. But I just love this blade. It has found a new home within my EDC and my rotation, and I don't really see that changing anytime soon. So if you got any more questions on the Benchmade Bug Out, feel free to leave them below. And until next time, be safe.